afternoon, everybody. My friend Joe is here visiting. He just mentioned that we probably should film this. I wasn't planning on doing any fabrication today, but then I got out here on the bike and started futzing around, and I just started going over my panners, which is these things, and I decided, you know what, I'm done with these. It's just way too much weight to be packing around on the bike, but I didn't want to get rid of my flat rack, the back rack. So what I'm doing right now is I took some 3/8 inch aluminum that we had here on the farm, and I cut out these pieces, and the rack's going to actually sit on here. I'll let you hold that. The rack's actually going to sit on here, and let's see. I put the rack up there anyway. It's a flat rack. It'll go on top here, and then it's going to go behind the seat. So right now, this stuff is bulletproof. I mean, this is unbelievable. I've worked with aluminum before, but this shit is so hard and dense. I went through about four or five of these disc mini grinding blades just trying to cut this stuff up, and it wears through this stuff fast. Anyway, right now I'm just trying to clean up the grinder marks, so it looks a little better. But, anyway, yeah, let me show you something real close up. This is what it looks like after it's been ground. You know, you can kind of see all the lines and stuff from grinding it. And then this is belt sanding. I don't think it's garnet. I'm not sure what they use on this one. But this actually does a job on this thing. Yeah, so these bars here, actually, they'll mount like this up against the frame. Yeah?
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
The food is ready.
Oh, okay, we'll come in just a little. I didn't know we were eating that fast. But, yeah, so that smooths it out pretty good. And I can polish it out with my random orbital sander and take it down to 100, probably 120, and get this thing looking pretty much like that. So here, let's go up. Let me just kind of show them where it's going to go. So this, let's see, where does the okay. It mounts like this. Okay. So I drill there and there. This mounts in, and then the rack, which is this part, I'm using the Tusk rack off the bike. It'll go right like so. So this will have a spacer in it, and then this will sit about. Oh, I got it backwards. Sorry, guys. I'm wondering why those bolt holes didn't line up. So it'll be about like this. And it'll be centered really closely. But, yeah, so that, let's see, that's what it's going to look like. So, that was basically what I was doing. The other thing I was working on, I was trying to figure out how, I've got the, let's see, this cover here, sprocket cover. This was the one that came off the bike before, off the Honda engine. But I need to cover up this sprocket because I do not want to drop the bike and then have it trash my legs. So it's going to have to go on here. I'm going to have to do some fabrication on this. And what I need, let's see, should get that right? Anyway, that'll go like so. The top screw will come through here and mount to the bracket. And the bottom, as you can see, it's got a little half loop. That's going to go on here, the filler hole for the transfer case. So I'm going to have to get a bolt, a thicker bolt, and then I've got a T washer that will hold me off, and it'll allow that this loop to fit in the T, which from profile it looks like a top hat. So that's one of the things I've got to deal with, and that took a lot of thinking trying to figure out how I was going to get that on, but that'll work in this whole filler hole. So that's that. And then shit, what else? Oh, the other thing is spray painted the crash bars. So that's the end of the day's work. I got to put my stuff away, and we're going to eat right now. So anyway, the crash bars are looking pretty good. It's good to get those taken care of. I wonder where that water came from. Anyway, all right, I got to try and wrap this up here. So I just realized I got my bit in here. Alright, you guys. Well, that's a quick shoot for today. Anyway, talk to you guys later. And alright, good morning, folks. A little chilly up here. Just going to show you what we're getting started on this morning. I'm trying to get this sprocket cover mounted on here, and I don't know if I showed you, but anyway, to mount this, you see this little bracket here, and ideally I need it to go right around this bolt here, but that bolt's so shallow. And then the top I'm going to tap through there, and that'll give me a good sprocket cover, I believe. It's going to be pretty tight that way. Maybe I'll slide it even further down. Yeah, it might need a little modification, but that said, we'll get this. What I'm gonna do is take this bolt out. There is oil in there. That's the reason I've laid the bike down like I have. And I believe I have a bolt for this, a separate bolt that's going to extend it out. And I've got, I think, I don't know if I showed you guys or not, but let's see. I do have, let's see, I've got that in my pocket. I thought I put it in, but maybe not. Shoot, maybe I put it back in the bag. Here. What did I do with that bag? Stay there. Lady, you stay. I will show you, I think I showed you the other day, it's a little top hat type of washer. Here we go. So, yeah, by using this washer, here we go, this washer and the bolt, I can put that, replace that other one and this will stick out further so that that bracket will actually sit on that T-bolt. So that's one of the things I'm working on. I'm gonna, once I get this done, get that mounted, I'm gonna go ahead and put my chain on. Then I've got some bolts here that I got to replace because I need a longer bolt than this one to mount my crash bars on. So we're going to get those mounted. Let's see, I've also got my the brackets that we were working on Friday, or was it Saturday? These, I've got to drill the holes for mounting this to the bike and for the rack to go on, which is right there. So I've got to get this thing set up. And then I've got some electrical wiring I want to do. My kickstand, for instance, here. I'm going to take that off and see if I can flip the switch around. If I can, then I can set it up so that my when my kickstand's down, the switch closes and it'll turn on it will turn on an alarm. I'm going to get an alarm for it so that it just reminds me whenever I turn the engine on, the ignition on the bike, then the alarm goes on. That way I won't be driving off with the kickstand down. As soon as I put the kickstand up, the alarm stops. So that's the idea right there. You know, because the way it's set up right now, it's supposed to shut off the motor, which I don't really know how to set it up to shut the electric motor off or to freeze it. So the alarm seems to be the simplest way for me to go. So let's see. I'm going to take and open up that bolt and see if I have the right bolt for it. Otherwise, I've got to run and get a bolt and see if we can make that work. So, without further ado, let's get moving on some of this. We'll let you take a look and see what you think as I go. It's not going to be real exciting, but it's part of the process. So, let's see. So, these are the possible bolts. Okay. And I need to put this on. This one. Better viewpoint. I might be a little bit in the way here, but let's see. So let's see if this works as per plan. Let's see. That one is. This one, I think. Nope, that's too small. Either too small or too large. Okay. And the other day when I opened it, it leaked out some oil, so I'm going to put just a little bit back in. There we go. So. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, so which bolt is it going to be? This one I may end up, if it's the bolt I'm thinking, it may not be any of these. Let's pull 4 legs out. I got 3 bolts here. This is okay. See if this one works. is a finer thread. I wonder. Okay, so none of my bolts are going to work. Okay. Okay, that should replace what fell out, and then I'm thinking well, this is no fun. Okay, well, at this point I think we're going to stop, as I may have to run to Napa or to Ace and see if I can get this. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Okay, everybody, we're back, and I've got, I was able to score a bolt at the automotive place, and so here's what I had to do. Let me show you here. We're looking over here. Oh, shit. See, maybe I better turn it on. How's this going to work? Anyway, put my legs out further. So, we're working here. This is the bolt. So this is what I came up with. So here's the bolt. This is the thread size. It goes in perfect, but I don't, the bracket, as I showed you, I believe, is going to mount in between here and the frame. So this is the bracket. So the bolts are actually going to sit like this. So it'll have a little bit of wiggle room. But anyway, so then I bought some O-rings to try and seal that gasket when I put it on. So this is kind of what I've got, and hopefully that's going to seal it so I don't have any leaks, and I'm not penetrating too far, and I still have enough room. So that's my do-it-yourself. Rather than buying a bolt and using a lathe, I don't have any of that stuff. So this is my option, and so let's get this threaded in and let's see what it looks like. Okay. So that'll be it. That is metric, so that is probably the 15. It is. Okay, so okay. I hope that's going to work. I see the thing's bulging out a little bit. We'll stop it that way, but it may not stop it up here. I don't know where that other O-ring went. Now I can show you that this is in. So the bracket now will ride right like so. I think I'm going to grind this thing out more so that it'll move this way away from it, because it's kind of tight on the chain, and I don't want to saw through my cover. Yeah. So anyway, that's what we're going to do right now is cut this deep in that hole. Quite a bit. Let's see. All right. Okay. So this is going to be time. You don't want to watch this. Okay, I failed to show you guys I thought it was on, but this is the final fabrication of the sprocket cover. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this guy right now. Let's see. Take this nut off. So I drilled a hole in this bracket, mounted this bolt, and then this goes on that clip. This clip right here goes on this one. That's what I built that spacer for it, and then this goes right on here. So, I think, shoot, one thing I did not take into account. Okay, I gotta cut. I gotta cut a little off this bracket here, off of this side, because it's hitting the bolt right there. So I just need to cut that down a little bit so it'll fit in. So I was going to show you the chain mount, but first we're going to get this taken care of. I want to be done with this actually, well, I'll cut this and then we'll mount the chain and we'll put this back on, because I just thought of something. I want to make sure the alignment is dead on. Okay. Okay, I believe that notch should be sufficient for what we're trying to achieve. The notch on the right side this time. I got everything supposedly working. Let's see. Then this bolt has to go back, nut has to go back on that. This one goes like so. And this one, yeah, okay, that goes like that. This one goes on there like that. Okay, that goes over that. And this one goes on there. Okay, so essentially that's the mount right there. Okay, the chain's in there. Before I do it, I'm going to hook up my chain. I just want to eyeball that angle. I believe I've got everything perfect, but you know, better to check it. You know. Okay. Tighten this bolt on this so I don't lose it. So now I'm over here. I'll start, put the chain back on. Okay, so Shoot. Okay, so we're going to put the chain on, and then we're going to do our final adjustment on the back wheel. So chains are a pain in the ass because you got these O-rings. You got to compress it just enough, and fuck it, it's a nightmare. So this part you got to get apart too. Alrighty. Okay, we're back here again. Lunch is over, so let's get this chain mounted up, and then I can set the back wheel, and we'll be done with that bushing thing. Then I can go ahead and permanently mount that cover, which I'd like to get done. These are just things that need to be dealt with. So, anyway, let's get this, see if we can get this. This is difficult, I know. Okay, first of all, I've got to get this separated, so let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, we're going to start here on the chain installation now. Like I said, I soaked it in gear oil, and now I want to get it back together again. So, there we are. I'm going to do some work on the subject too. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I might move you over a little because I'm going to be working right there. So, okay, now first things first, I got to get this damn thing apart. It's been a while since I've taken this apart, so there we go. One side popped. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that's phase one. Now this is O-rings, so what we do is we can set them right there. And then I got to come in the back side here, like so. And then, oh, you gotta kidding, oh, the wheel slid all the way back, so there we go. Well, good morning, everybody. I just want to show you, catch up with what we are actually finishing off yesterday. We got the chain mounted. These fucking things are a pain in the ass. There's got to be a better way to do it, and I just don't know. So I would recommend that you guys go YouTube it and see if there's another way, as I end up having to squeeze it together with a damn vice grips or something, and then try and slide that thing on, and it just anyway, it's on now, it's working. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys, so I ended up actually having to space this out, put spacers on it so that it lined up, and it's got a little cup inside it which kind of drags on everything, so ended up having to space it out here. I do need to get another nut for down here, and but other than that, let's see, no drag in there. So let's see. So that's what we got. looks pretty good, and it should, in the event of a spillover, if I get my foot caught in here, keep me from getting hit with that sprocket. That thing would shred me in a minute. So yeah, so today, oh, and then the other thing we did was we got our brackets fabricated here for the let's see, for the rack. As you can see, this is the rack. I don't have the screws in it yet. That's something I've got to do. And then this side I still have to take off and do a little bit of sanding on. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way the brackets have come out and how this is sitting on. Let's see, I'll take these guys off, show you. So this is what the fabrication looks like. I do have to put some spacers in here and one down here just to make everything fit. But all in all, I would say came out pretty good. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. And then we're gonna take this apart probably today and see if I can flip that switch around or figure out a way to make that thing work. And then I'll probably have to go to Napa and get a backup alarm, little beeping alarm, see what I can come up with to make that work. And then I'd like to get just touch up my wires, clean up, hook up anything that needs to be hooked up, and get this all nice. And then I can actually start mounting some stuff. I just got to do a little touch-up painting here and there and get this thing all cleaned up. And then we're going to be waiting on the battery. So that's going to be probably the final phase of this thing. And I do have to buy 2 more LED bulbs. But shoots, folks, we're on our way. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go for now, and then we'll get started on the rest of our projects. So all right, well, we'll talk to you guys later. Aloha.